Okay guys, this is my Pawpaw tree. This is a leaf off of a hickory tree. And in comparison, they look very, very similar in shape. I don't know how well you can actually see that, but they are very similar in shape. But your pawpaw will have a very clean edge where a hickory kind of has kind of a fine sawtooth zigzag. And the color itself, the pawpaw has kind of a darker I guess you would call it like an evergreen color, and kind of has like a little sheen to it, almost like a semi-gloss compared to your hickory that has kind of a dull color to it. But anyhow, I was going to show you the pawpaw hanging in the tree. That would be one. There's three up there. They can grow just by one, and it can grow three, sometimes four of them in a cluster. These five here have not ripened enough for me to take off of the tree. I have already gotten, let's see, 4 off of it yesterday. I want to try to give a little identification and what to look for on it. So, all right.
Hey folks, I just got home from work and Lee had a surprise for me. Last year, we had been watching our pawpaw tree that had, I think it had like 12 pawpaws on it, but we were kind of keeping an eye on them, waiting for them to get ripe, and we went out there one day and all of a sudden they were just all gone. Something had gotten every one of them. Well, he just happened to go out there today and there was 2 on the ground, and they are almost overripe. They're very ripe, almost overripe maybe, but ripe. And then there was a couple in the tree. So there was, what about?
There's still 5 left in
five,
the tree.
5 left in the tree.
Very hard.
And these 4, so there was 9. So there was 9. But 2 of them have gotten ripe. The rest are not. He went ahead and picked 2 more that were getting soft. But I just want to show you and explain to you what I think it tastes like. I've had pawpaw before, but it's been a while. It's been a long time since we had any. And we've been watching this tree. This is a young tree. I had it several years ago. I think it was in about 2000. This is the first time since then we've had it. And everybody calls it poor man's banana. So I remembered it kind of tasting like banana. And I knew it was good. But Lee brought me this one in, and I'm going to turn you around and show it to you and tell you what I think it tastes like. So there it is, already cut into it. I cut it in half and I ate it with a spoon.
You ate half of it.
I just ate out of it with a spoon. And I'm going to tell you, I think it tastes like a dessert. Just scooping it out with a spoon and eating it, it tastes like a banana, maybe a banana mango mixture dessert. So good. And I'm going to save these seeds and plant more. We have 2 of these on our property. The other one has not been having fruit yet. This is a young tree also, and doesn't have a whole lot of fruit. I think, like I said, I think last year it was 12 maybe on there, and this year we counted 9 on there. But anyway, it dips right out of there. and it tastes like a dessert coming straight out of the fruit there.
It's
And
sherbet
it is
ice cream.
so good, so
Here.
good. Maybe a pudding, mango banana pudding.
Sherbet ice cream.
It is so good. So, if you get a chance, you have to try some pawpaw.
Yes, definitely.
And if you get a chance to get some seeds or some cuttings and plant a pawpaw tree, it is well worth the effort.
Okay, guys, this is the ground cherries. They just spring up around here wild anytime that the dirt has been disturbed or around the fence lines for the pasture, things like that where you don't actually mow. They're kind of unmistakable once you get to see them. And one of the main characteristics is that when they start producing the fruit, they get these little lantern looking casings on there, and the fruit is inside there. The fruit will grow inside of it, basically kind of like a tomatillo. And there is another plant that is, it's kind of similar to these. I seen a couple while ago. I'm going to try to go slow here. Here's one right here. And as you see this one, it gets these purple looking flowers on it, if it'll focus in. And it is covered in little thorns and spikes. From what I understand, you do not want to eat the berries off of this thing. They do grow berries. I believe that there's some right up here that has some of the berries on them, if I can find them again. And they're about the same size as what the what your ground cherries will be. But you, yeah, right here is some. If you can see these, well, let me get around here behind the light. Okay, you can see them, but they grow more like a tomato, and as far as I know of, them are not edible, but they grow in the same kind of soil. So if you're looking for ground cherries, make sure that you are picking the ones that have little lantern looking thing, like a Japanese lantern type thing on them. And they also have, when they come out, it is a real light yellow flower on them. So hopefully that will help kind of clarify on the ground cherries. Yeah, we have disturbed that ground recently, right here within the last, I'd say month, and that is how much has growed up in here. So, all right.
Okay, here's something else Lee brought me from outside that he knows I love. This is a wild edible that is found on in this area. We have lots of them on our homestead. It is ground cherries, and I love them. And I want to show you, trying to get one of the biggest ones. You just pop that little shell off of there, and you get that. And they're not huge. They're similar to tomatillos, but the taste is kind of, some people think the taste is like a tomato pineapple type mixture. I just say it really just tastes like a tomato to me. I think of a tomato. But I love them. They're delicious. It's probably sweeter than a tomato, but it has a tomato flavor. But some people say they taste like pineapple.
I was going to say, some of them they say taste like a pineapple afterwards. Some say like a raspberry, and
that ain't no raspberry taste.
Well, there's different varieties of them.
It's got a little spot, but they are so good. I love them. And last year, I made jam out of them, and it was so good. It was like a sweet tart jam. I could eat them all day. So anyway, that's another thing that we forage and eat on our property that is wild edibles.
Mm-hmm. Full of vitamins and protein. Or minerals, I mean.
Okay.
That's the passion fruit flower right there. This is the passion fruit. It grows these balls on there. They'll turn kind of a yellow, and they're really, really delicious. Here's some flowers that are starting to dry up that will produce flowers. They have some really weird leaves on them. Kind of an exotic looking plant. I had to come over here at my cousin's to take some pictures of them for video, and they are just everywhere over here. That's some of the passion vine. Got some at the house that I dug up from over here and took to the house, but they have not taken off like this yet. These are well established.
Thanks for watching. Give us a comment and thumbs up and subscribe, and watch us on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Central Time.